We first investigated 𝗀𝗁𝗃𝗃𝗃, a government special needs boarding school in 𝗃𝗃𝗃 in the Eastern Cape in 2018, exposing the children's horrific living conditions. They were sleeping in cold dormitories on beds made of bricks. The bathrooms were dilapidated and unsafe. We'd been invited by the school's principal, as he wanted the Eastern Cape Department of Education to help the children.
If you had a child with cerebral palsy, would you be happy that they came and attended this school?
I would opt for another institution.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, but that's the truth.
In that first story, the Provincial Department of Education committed to fixing the problems, but never did. Then, in September this year, we returned to 𝗀𝗁𝗃𝗃𝗃, but this time, the staff refused to let us film.
They said we must wait in the office, but you can go around if you still want to the school.
So we used our cell phones to capture undercover footage. So disturbing was what we saw that it seemed to us a gross violation of human rights. Vulnerable, mentally and physically disabled children dragging themselves naked across cold cement floors. Children forced to take care of other children. Horrified, we tried to find someone in charge. Unaware that we were filming, a supervisor told us that our presence wouldn't affect how the school operated.
You are not going to change us. We are here working for Carte Blanche. We are going there.
We returned unannounced the next day to find no one looking after over 20 6 to 12-year-olds. In fact, there wasn't a care worker in sight for the close to 200 special needs children at 𝗀𝗁𝗃𝗃𝗃. We wanted answers from the school's new principal. Sorry, Principal, before you go into the class, we need to ask you about why the kids are being left alone, ma'am. Please, ma'am, I just need a moment of your time. We later confronted the head of Department for Inclusive Education in the Eastern Cape, 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝘀, showing him what we'd seen at 𝗀𝗁𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. Let's look at how they're living, sir. Look at these videos of what we saw there. These children are crawling around naked inside the facility.
Who gave you access there?
Are you concerned about the condition of the children or the fact that we have these videos?
No, I'm concerned about both.
After that story aired, we were inundated with messages from viewers and civic organizations wanting to help the children. Among them was 𝗀𝗁𝗵𝗶𝘀, a Bloemfontein estate agent who watched the insert repeatedly. It was the sight of this young girl trying to change her own name.
Kyk, ek moet eerlik sê, mens kyk baie van hierdie tipe goeders en dan dink jy moet kan 'n verskil maak. Maar waar begin jy? Ek het nooit gedink ek gaan so ver kom dat ons hier gaan opeindig, dat ons die beddens gaan hê, dat ons vervoer gaan kry en dit het net letterlik alles het net in plek geval.
𝗀𝗁𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃, together with viewers from across the country, collected 200 mattresses, 200 pillows, toys, paints, clothes, and toiletries, and arranged a truck big enough to transport it all from Bloemfontein to 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. But what was the most nerve-wracking moment when you were organizing all of this?
Om die trok by die skool te kon inkry.
On the 19th of last month, we arrived in 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. with Roseanne, a team of volunteers, and a truck full of donations. We'd planned to meet a delegation from the Eastern Cape Department of Education and their spokesperson, 𝗶𝗶𝘀𝗶𝘆. It had taken weeks of planning, but the challenges were far from over. Okay, so we've arrived at 𝗀𝗁𝗃𝗃. And the truck's been on the road for a full day, and now they're struggling to open the gate.
Go to the departmental officials, maybe one of them can come again.
Despite Roseanne arranging for the gate to be open, we were now being told it wasn't possible.
Vraag vir hom wat kan ons nie die slot en ketting vir hulle vervang as ons dit kan sny en inkom nie.
Eventually, we were asked to move to a second gate. You all right, sir? But that too was locked, and the school security guards refused to let us in. Last time we came to this gate, we were able to go in and out freely, in the middle of the night, during the day, with no questions asked. This to happen anyway. And have been forced. No. How are you? I'm well, thanks. After a while, 𝗀𝗁𝗃𝗃𝗧's deputy principal arrived. So there's no way we could lift these power lines and just go.
But the problem now is the department is saying you must chop that road so they can wait for you up down.
Well, you see it here, sir. You see that there's no way that the truck can pass through. And this isn't the only power line. Okay, so leave it. So nearly 2 hours since arriving, we were again being told to wait. We tried the Provincial Department of Education spokesperson, 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗻.
This way, please. Thank you.
He kept insisting someone was coming for us before dropping the line. We repeatedly tried to call him back, but he never answered.
Welcome to voicemail.
The team of volunteers was growing anxious, as the driver could no longer be delayed.
You know, I'll give you...
So, after being told the departmental delegation was waiting for us at yet another gate, we attempted to get there by navigating overhead power cables.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's just continue.
Unbelievably, the third gate was also locked. Mr. 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗀, it's Govind from Carte Blanche.
No, I've sent people to attend to you.
The deputy principal made another appearance, but having apparently been sent to help us, he departed soon after, locking the gate behind him. So are you going to let us in, sir?
Yeah, we're going to call the department to come and talk to you.
Aren't you with the department? You're not with the department. Please, can you call Mr. 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗻? They resent the fact that we've exposed what's happening here. That's what's going on. Having arrived at 𝗀𝗁𝗃𝗃𝗧 around 8:30 that morning, we were eventually let in after midday. As the unloading began, we went in search of 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗻𝗃, who'd been inside the school the entire time.
We never intentionally delayed your truck.
We called you, Mr. 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗻𝗃, and you hung the phone up on us. We tried to call you back 3 more times. You didn't answer our call. And then you said you would send someone to us.
This commotion to us proved that these people, the colleagues that are here, are not towing the line.
What did they say why they didn't do that?
They could not explain themselves. That's why we are saying there's going to be a legal recourse that is going to be taken, because we can't afford this.
Meanwhile, a far better story was unfolding outside. A seemingly endless stream of donations was being unloaded from the truck. Like, this is really, really impressive. This is all from one episode about the conditions at 𝗀𝗁𝗃𝗃𝗧. Having worked so hard to make this moment happen, the stress was taking its toll on Roseanne. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
You guys did great work. Despite the challenges, the team pushed ahead. You guys did great work. Delivering an early Christmas for the children of 𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃. 3-gun ghosts! That's amazing. Within hours, what were once depressing dormitories were transformed into inviting children's bedrooms. Thanks to our dedicated Carte Blanche viewers. Time running out, Rozan led a team of painters into injecting some much-needed color into the communal dining hall. Despite the improvements, we knew our efforts wouldn't solve the more significant issues at the school. We confronted 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 about what, if anything, had been done since our last investigation. We came here and exposed gross human rights violations by staff at 𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃. What's been done about that?
In fact, we noted those. Subsequent to that, there's been numerous trainings, workshops, and everything.
Workshops? Have any of the staff been taken to disciplinary process?
There are legal processes that were undertaking because we do not want a situation where they do this and then at the end of the day they get away with it.
Despite being told that the beds would be demolished and replaced last month, there'd been no change to any of the infrastructure, not even a replaced toilet seat. The department made promises to us in 2018. We came back in 2023. Those promises were not implemented. Now we've come back 2 months later, and we've seen nothing has been done.
There has been a process that we are following, that we started. For instance, I'll start with this. The issue of infrastructure.
Mr. 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃, the infrastructure issue is not getting attention. Mr. 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 said the beds would be demolished during the October holidays. That has not happened. Again, the department has not kept its promise.
We need to ensure that the landlord is aware so that when we demolish, it does not take us to court.
So you didn't demolish the beds because you were afraid you might be legally obligated to rebuild the brick beds? We've heard that after our broadcast of our previous story, there are people here who were traumatized.
Yes, we were told that there were colleagues that needed a psychosocial support.
Staff were traumatized, not the children. Thank you, Mr. 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃. It's been a dynamic and engaging interview. Good luck. Good luck on trying to solve the issues at the school. I have to promise you we'll be back. Come, boy, come inside. It was finally time to reveal all the toys to the children. We may not have solved all of the problems at 𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃, but for these few hours, these kids get to be kids again.